Boy, am I tired. And if you are too, make sure you're nice and cozy. Get yourself some tea. If for some reason it's late night and you're about to go to bed, maybe make this your last video. Just try and relax and chill for a bit. Because today we're going to be playing some Minecraft and talking about sleep. Something that I never really seem to get enough of. This is going to be a really quick one, I'm not going to lie. I've moved across the country and done a bunch of other stuff. And it's currently approaching midnight. And as you can see by this nearly finished construction, I actually was recording this before and it didn't record. So we're recording it again. And I'm getting even more sleep deprived. You always seem to get enough sleep, Marlo. I feel like I'm honestly like most people when I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with sleep. It's so good and I'm so sleepy all the time and I just want to go nap. But at the same time, man, there's things I want to do and sleeping is literally just sitting there for 8 hours doing nigh on nothing. I had this really set mindset where, you know, all the hustlers of the world, like Elon Musk types, all that, just barely sleep. Like they sleep like 6 hours a night. And so you know what? 6 hours a night's all I'll ever need. May as well just call it there. But as nigh on any medical professional will tell you, that is just completely not true. I was doing engineering, right? Midway through the semester, and I got so caught up in projects, I got so behind on everything that I was pulling all-nighters. I was pulling all-nighter after all-nighter. It was absolutely terrible for my mental health, my physical health. I was tired all the time. When I was studying, I couldn't remember a single thing. And in the moment, I didn't stop and think, man, this is temporary, you know, I gotta hold off on this. I thought, dude, I gotta get used to this. This is the engineering hustle. But that just ain't true. That's just straight up not true. Next semester rolled around, I was more prepared. I got way better hours of sleep. Also due to just a different sort of lifestyle that I was living. If you just take the time to actually sleep, rest well, then you're gonna be so much more productive. And pushing yourself to just constantly log more and more hours, I honestly tend to find is completely counterproductive, at least to your workflow and to your mental state. Sometimes it is worth sleeping less, you know, like if you got a party on, if you got stuff to do, if you need to, sometimes you just can't get that full 8 hours. That's just life. But man, I think there's always time. There's always just an ability to relax, detox, just not push yourself past that limit. Maybe you do deserve more than the bare minimum recommended 8 hours of sleep a night, you know? And maybe on top of that, it varies from person to person. I read somewhere that Einstein, when he was a librarian, used to sleep for 10 hours a day and just read and just relax a bunch. Mans was quite literally a genius, and not in the Elon Musk genius way. He was literally just one of the smartest guys on earth. And if he can sleep 10 hours a day and still revolutionize our understanding of modern physics, then maybe, just maybe, you might not have to stay up to midnight to get that assignment in. I know, expectations have changed. The world's a very different place than it was. But I, for one, can say that, man, the weeks, months where I get terrible sleep, I barely remember. I have a way worse time. I get really sad, I get really depressed, and it's just not worth it. I have less of an output, and honestly, getting a good sleep is worth it sometimes. It only took me 2 weeks to lose consistency on this series, and yeah, this episode is a little bit lower quality, but hey, we've still got one aesthetic build done. We're still chilling, we're still crafting, and hopefully when things settle down in my life again, I'll get back to this. Get back to consistency. And you know, I think this week I'll be able to pump out too. I'll make it up to you, I promise. For today's album in good music, I'm gonna have to recommend The New Abnormal by The Strokes. This album is banging. The Strokes were gone for ages, and then they came back with this, and man, it's good. And then for today's single, I'm gonna have to recommend Crazy by Gnarls Barkley. This sort of takes me back. This was honestly one of the first songs that I listened to where I'm like, man, this is good, this is banging. And it's a good tune. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. I really enjoy making these, and even if just a couple of you watch, it's a nice vibe. Marlo here, and I have got to get to sleep for the night because it's hitting midnight, and I do have work in the morning. And you know, I gotta edit this up and get this out. I'm trying to keep that consistency up, trying to push for it, but you know what? I'm getting creative burnout, guys. My mental health, it comes first. It comes first. I have had a pretty big move. I've done a lot in the past week and a bit. It's been a big change. And yeah, up and coming, I'll have a bit more time, a bit more ability to do stuff like this. But I've been saying that for months now, and life doesn't seem to be slowing down. Until next time though, make sure you get a good sleep. And not just long, but restful as well. Get yourself hydrated, have a nice cup of tea, some milk before bed, and yeah, peace.